I'm Charles Alcock. Welcome back to Business Jet Traveller and welcome back to Geneva, Switzerland. We're at the eBay show, Europe's premier business and private aviation show. And as you can see, we're checking out some of the very swishest cabin interiors. There's plenty of interiors to choose from here. This particular one has been produced by 328 Support Services. We're going to be hearing more from them in a moment. But today I'm with Steve Varsano. Now, Steve is the founder of a business called The Jet Business. It's in London. It's in one of the poshest parts of London, if I may say so. Steve has come up with an innovative way to help you, the business jet consumer, make exactly the right choice when it comes to selecting an aircraft. Now, how does that work? Why is this a different way of choosing an airplane?
Well, I mean, historically, people have basically been approached by manufacturers or by aircraft brokers on the telephone, and occasionally the people visit them in the office. But most of the time, 90% of the time, it's on the telephone. So there's no personal interaction, and the people don't really get to feel the space. And everything has become very technologically advanced today, and with the internet, we've become much more efficient in the way we deliver photography or video or any kind of specifications on airplanes. So there's no real personal touch and feel to a product. And it's always a little bit strange to me that you would buy something that's worth maybe $50 million without actually meeting the person who is trying to sell this to you, and also actually sitting in an environment that makes you feel like you're in this space. So we tried to create something that actually can do that.
Well, the personal touch is obviously very important here, but you yourselves, of course, are using technology to help the consumer make a choice. What happens when somebody comes into your showroom and they've got to know you a bit? I think you're using iPads and iPad technology to help them specify what they want. Is that right?
Yes, there's really three parts to our approach. The first one is to get the environment to make somebody feel like it's a combination of an airplane, their home, and the office. And the second one is the technology. We tried to have the most advanced technology because today the world evolves around it. And we've written our own app, which is based off of an iPad. But the technology in the app is something that doesn't exist anywhere. It's not something that's downloadable. We keep it very exclusive in our office. But it actually takes the client through a whole process of what kind of an airplane best meets their needs.
And the point is, the choice that you're offering them goes right across the available range. So you're not selling them one particular aircraft family, you're completely neutral in what's offered to them.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, if you go back, if you want to call it the beginning of time, aircraft-wise, to 1963 when the first, let's say, Lear 23 came out, there's been approximately 200 aircraft models that have been brought to production. And today there's approximately 122 of those that are still really being actively traded. So in our application, it actually can compare all 122 aircraft against each other. And we can compare whether it's the basic information like the dimensions, their operating costs, the performance numbers, any kind of statistics of market availability. Everything can be compared from any model to any model. And on our video wall, we can actually compare in the full size the cross-section of the aircraft or the floor plan, or we can do custom-made presentations to actually do a bespoke schematic drawing of any kind of a comparison.
That's a good point. Now, once the aircraft type has been selected based on range needs, based on budget and so on, I understand that you're now moving forward to an enhanced version of this system that would help people to actually specify what the interior looked like, what sort of colors, what sort of style they had. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. I mean, there's two ways this can be used. One is for refurbishment of a pre-owned aircraft that you're buying, and one for a new acquisition. Since in our app we have the ability to see all the aircraft available for sale, and on the screen it automatically shows you the pictures of those aircraft. So you can see very quickly how, if you like one versus another. But in a new production aircraft, today what happens is the manufacturer actually comes to your office with suitcases full of materials, and usually the materials are in very small swatches, and it's hard to visualize and have the ability to see what a completed product would be. And you're basically taking little pieces of material, you're trying to look at one versus the other and compare it to different woods and metal colors and leathers and try to see what that would look like together. And unless you're an interior designer, it's really impossible to do. So the app that we're doing now, it's a completion app, which will be able to take these materials and literally instantaneously put them up on the screen in the seat, the carpet, the metal finishes, the cabinetry, and you'll be able to see the thing in a 3D, fully rendered, photo quality look that you can see what it looks like in 20, 30 minutes, where normally something like this would take 2 or 3 months.
That's taking all the pain out of jet shopping, as far as I can tell. Thank you so much, Steve. Well, next time you're in London, please be sure to stop by and see the jet business. Steve will help you select an aircraft. It's just behind Buckingham Palace, isn't it? He won't tell me if the Queen's been in yet, but that's where you'll find it. I bet. Well, here we are. We're at the eBay show. We've got plenty more exciting interiors like this to look at, and we're going to be moving around the show, giving you as much of a taste of this as we possibly can. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned to Business Jet Traveller. I'm Charles Alcott.